Okay, if you remember from our 2007 blog, we wanted to make it so that whenever you entered a new time entry, it would automatically set this issue ID to whatever the parent's ID was. And we did this by setting a variable in the query string. Okay, we're going to do the same thing here in 2010. So the way we do that is we're going to edit this site in SharePoint Designer. So edit in SharePoint Designer. We want to go to our time list, and we want to go to the new form for the time list. And it's going to open that up. I love how the ribbon takes up so much real estate now. So we go to our page here, and remember the first thing we had to do was make this default web part invisible by setting is visible to false. So then when we save it and we open the page back up and we say, hey, I want to add a new item, you see that it's blank because it's not visible. So let's go back into SharePoint Designer, and we want to now insert a SharePoint custom list form for time, new item form, and OK. So you see that it adds the form just like it did in 2007, right? And what did we do in 2007? Well, we created a parameter. So we want to do the same thing here. We want to create a parameter, and we're going to create a new parameter, and we're going to call it this issue ID, right? It's going to come from the query string, and we're going to have a query string at some point called issue ID. Sound good? If you remember, the next thing we did is we converted our issue ID from a list form field to a text box. We want to do the same thing again. And then we came into the code for this, and you see its text is set to @issueID. We want to use our parameter we created, so we want to change it to this issue ID. Got it? So we save that. And then when we load the page back up, you will see that, well, it's not set to anything. And how do you set your query string? Well, what we can do is we can do copy shortcut, open up that shortcut in a new window, and we see here it opens up our page, and we can set that query string issue ID equals 1, and we can see it sets it. See, so the functionality we did before does set it. We just got to figure out how to make it all work together in 2010. So that's what we'll be doing on the next video.